Oh dear, Pika. What did you put in that drink last night? We were watching the football game, and then we had a good time. You know, brunch. There was fried chicken and waffles. Welcome back to the comics coffee table. I'm gonna need another cup. Where we talk about comic books just for a couple of minutes in our day. We take a break with each other. Yeah, I'm a little pooped. I'm tired. I'm feeling it today. I'm very hungover. No, I'm kidding. I mean, just putting my mind back into motion about getting back into work. And oh, hey, look, my headphones. I go back to work next week. And I'm looking forward to it in a way. And I'm just appreciating these last few days of rest and relaxation. And feeling grateful and blessed. You know, I usually do a gratitude list in the mornings. I'll be getting back to that, you know, first thing in the morning, because that's a good thing to do first thing in the morning, I feel. What are we up to today? We're usually reboxing, rebagging, reboarding my comic books. But today I'm dressed for the occasion. We're going to do a live reading and try to keep it spoiler free of Ethan Van Sciver in All Caps Comics, Cyberfrog 2, Wrecked Planet. Where we last left off, and it was signed as well. And I think that's really cool that he gave himself space to do a commission. And as we do with all of the comic books that we examined, they said this has no ads. And here's your indicia. Cyberfrog 2, Wrecked Planet, published by All Caps Comics, 2022. It starts in medias res. The world in 1998 was invaded by their murder hornets, the Vespas. And life has not been the same here on planet Earth. Before this, Kelson, an enemy of these Vespas, came to Earth to prepare Earth for the eventual invasion by making two heroes with cybernetic replacement organs and high-tech, you know, Wi-Fi capabilities and weapons and abilities and just, you know, and in the pre-selected spot where there was supposed to have been a Boy Scout troop, there was no Boy Scout troop. There was a frog. A frog and a salamander. A frog and a salamander who would become brothers. That's right. So it's like, it's outrageous. It's like this 90s concept of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of thing. A fun comic book with an anthropomorphic hero who's kind of a misfit, misunderstood by society, but here to help. His best friend is this hot chick named Heather Swain. He likes eating fried chicken. And then one day the Vespas came. And apparently, you know, Salamandroid might be dead. Cyberfrog was injured and has been in a dormant state since 1998 until now. Or this mythic kind of now. So the world has changed. The Vespas, the the murder hornets, they will turn human flesh and blood into and repurpose our fleshy organics and bones into their blood honey and what they use to make their hives. It's kind of gross. And, also, like, leaves you wondering, like, is there any kind of metaphor there? Are the Vespas supposed to represent something? Is it supposed to be... Is there something to it? Such as people and your individuality and your problems and your pains and your joys don't matter. Not in the face of you being used as a biological resource, as material to be repurposed and reused for this new system, this new alpha predator to use you as they see fit. And this is really incredibly good art. I mean, it's everything set in Philadelphia. Philadelphia. PA. Philadelphia is... where is Philadelphia? Why am I blanking on this? See, I'm very low energy today. Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Pennsylvania, of course. Jeez. That took excruciatingly long. Yeah. Really low energy today. And so it's story time here at the Comics Coffee Table. And we'll be going through a bit of this much ballyhooed, often maligned for its lateness, but overall very impressive. Cyberfrog 2, Wrecked Planet. He kept adding more and more pages to it. He didn't know when to say quit. He didn't have an editor breathing down his neck, reminding him about his obligation and his duty. He got caught up in the artistic process. I can respect that. Lots of people just didn't ken to it. I did not back this years ago in its first back. I backed this literally about a year and a half ago when Second Chance came around. Now Heather has a daughter named Lily, and Cyberfrog has come back from his hibernation. And you have to wear red because the Vespas won't see you. But look at this. Ethan Van Sciver body horror. Why am I a fan of this notorious wrestling heel, this bad guy, this leader of an H8 group, this known bigot, and anyone who follows him is a bad person for supporting such evil and hurting people who are loved ones of mine? Show me the bodies. Seriously. Let's see that stack of bodies. That, I'm just, yeah. I enjoy Ethan. Shamelessly. I mean, he's my cup of tea because it starts with the writing. And it starts with the art. His writing is getting better. I think so. But yeah. So the survivors, it's gotten tribal, and these people live in the forests. And the Vespas, they don't like smoke. And they can't see you if you're wearing red. And this human here. I've been stung. He was been stung. Remember, a hornet can sting you over and over again, while a bee, they'll lose their stinger and die. So for a bee to sting you, that's a very fateful thing for a bee to decide to do with their existence. For a hornet, though, that's just part of their nature. Just really great art. So it's basically this is like a comic comic book. This is like this is up there with, for me personally, as a piece of publishing. It reminds me a lot of Frank Miller Presents Ronin Book 2. And it's just wow. This is a comic book that's made by a comic book professional with absolute editorial decision making and publishing. Everything. Paper stock, cover stock, binding. How are you going to bind this thing? They got staples. But you need extra strong staples because you have this this foil cover. And things get progressively worse for our good guys. I've barely started reading it. And because I'm enjoying it, I'm parsing it out. We got Scorpion, which is great. We need to team up with Cyberfrog. Friends become enemies, enemies become friends. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is it's pretty good. And now here you go. Now let's make fun of Ethan for his lack of diversity. And as always, look in the background. There's got to be a Cecil here somewhere. It is a little bit glaring, the lack of diversity with the survivors. I'm not getting evidence against him or anything, but. And then we have Paranoia. Is that her name? Paranoid Annie. She's got this literal look of death, of Neil Gaiman's death. From oh, hey, look, we got some representation. We got a little bit of diversity here. I still haven't seen Cecil yet. All this red. We haven't seen that familiar red cap. But so far, it's pretty good. Got this great use of filters, of camera work, of these are camera shots. This is his movie. Nice big splash page reveal of maybe an old threat. See, a lot of these ties back to there was a 1990s run of Cyber Frog, and I totally don't know about that. I only got turned on to Ethan about 2001 through New X-Men. But I'm a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of his art now. And then that carried over back to like Green Lantern and Green Lantern Rebirth. And I just really, really dig his style, his art, especially his detail, body horror. Oh boy. And here we come up to near the end. I'm not going to show you the end. I heard there's a big surprise at the end. I don't want to spoil it. One of them can talk. Wonder if that's like Ethan was saying. There's a. I'll have to like seriously just read this. A lot of it's kind of because all the bubbles are in these different colors and a very unique kind of lettering. And there's a huge reveal. Ah. And there's the reveal at the end. Aw, that's a great ending. Isn't that wonderful? And the cardstock cover. Yeah, this is basically the cover, and this is basically a foil cover that's put on top of that. And this has the Jay Lee art. Now Jay Lee got almost DC writer Tom King tried to cancel Jay Lee for this art, saying, "Oh, that you are supporting a known bigot, a known hate monger, a known stinky bum bum." You know, and Jay Lee was like, "What? What?" You know, he was out like basically his beloved family pet had passed away, and they had just did some services for their dearly departed, and he's like, "What's that?" It was just Tom King being weird. I'm actually kind of grateful that he's blocked me on Twitter. I don't have to look at his stuff. This is Salamandroid Death Sting. Look at that gatefold cover. Beautiful. These are the things that you can only do in a floppy. Sorry, I'm easily distracted with this and that. It's like sometimes it's so interesting what can just like bring up a panicky kind of reaction. And this goes back to the year 1994. And yeah, it's just really fun sci-fi art, body horror, gore, grotesque. And Here you go. There's your indicia. Salamandroid, Death Sting, published by All Cap Comic. No issue number. Just wonderful art, wonderful coloring. You know me. I usually pish posh on digital lettering and digital onomatopoeia, and too much. But at least this isn't falling into the habit of purple, purple, purple all the time. This got vibrant separations. Oh, and here's 1998, the day that the Vespers came. And this would be presumed to be Salamandroid's last stand. He'll be okay. Same thing happened to... I was wrong about the purple. Here we go. But it's great. It turns into a kaiju, big monster thing. Look at all that detail. This is really, really good art. You know, we've got some great names for this stuff: Rumblebee, Earwig, Dementipede, Shockroach. And Vespas is the German name Vespa, which is the German name for hornet or wasp, I think. And just like it's got clever, it's just full of clever, fun superhero stuff. This is probably one of the most normal superhero stories I've seen in a while. So this was 1998. 30 years later. 98. Oh, wait. 20 years later. Whoop. Hello.